see you die like chicken. That was the major prayer point. So one fateful day, we were all home, and I was already in secondary school, and we got a news that one of the landlord's son was shot dead on his way from Port Harcourt, and he was the last born. He was the last born, and we all felt bad because he was the closest to everybody in the compound. It was the place with all of us. Everybody was the last born. I think he was in his mid-20s, no, he was in his early 20s, right? Yeah, he was in his early 20s, and he was the finest of them all. How was he killed? A lot of stories. He got on a bus. He just got admission into Uniport, and he was coming back from school. And one of us attacked them. He was shot in the head. According to some stories came that they sprayed the whole bus, and it was 2 people that died or 3 people. Another story came and said he was the only one that was shot straight, and he was the only one that was killed. He was shot in the head. So even the other lady, they went to identify the body. He was shot in. They already got into Delta States. I think around Patani. He was shot around Patani. Yeah. So the other lady and the pastor, I think, went to identify the corpse, and they brought him home for burial. And guess where they were burying him? And mind you, anytime rain falls, our own flat is always filled with water. Water is always coming from the ground whenever rain falls. So we always remove everything from the ground, wires, extensions, clothes. We remove everything, so water always comes into our flat. So when this guy died, and now we wanted to bury him in the compound, they now decided to go and bury him at the window, our bedroom window. That was where they dug to bury him. The moment I saw them digging, I think I was in SS2. I was in SS2 then. The moment I saw them digging, I went to meet my mom. I told me, I cannot stay in this house again. In fact, that was the time I needed to move out and just go and stay with another relative. I told mom, I cannot stay in this house again. My mom was actually thinking that we need to pack more money. So I told her, talk to your brother, talk to uncle now. One of my uncle, he had a self-contained, like a mini flat, a room and a parlor. He doesn't stay all the time. He only stays there many weekends because he works in Abraka. I was like, talk to your brother, let's go and stay there. My mom was like, I'm not getting money for transport too. And the distance was far. If I should use that distance from our own house to my uncle's house, I would say it's from Aja under bridge to Eleganza. That's the distance. So for those who know, Aja under bridge to Eleganza, yeah, that's the distance I will put, right? So my mom was like, there's no transport, blah, blah. So I called my uncle. My uncle agreed, oh, I can stay in this place, okay? So I packed some of my things, put inside my school bag, carried just on it and walk. I trekked, but there was no money. No money. Yes, I still see them also watching, but I was not having money. So I walked to my uncle's house, stayed there for some days. Then I saw my brothers, they came with their own bags. I'm like, no run. Because they said they were going, I didn't attend the burial. I was extremely sad that he died. Oh, I cried. But I never went for the burial because fear. Growing up, me and fear. Oh my God. It's as if maybe, if you had known me as a child, you think maybe fear killed me in my former life. I was so scared of every little thing. If I know somebody for 1 year, or 1 year is even too much, 1 month. Like you always come to my house 1 month, like 1 month straight. You come every week. I know you, we talk, we rapport. Then I hear that person dies. Hey, I go fear. I'll be scared. I won't be able to sleep. I'll be afraid. I'll be like, I don't want to see the person's spirit in my dream. I'll be so scared. Like, I'll be so scared. So just like when they told me my granddad died, I was small there. I was scared because I was very close to my grandfather. Hey, I was very close to my grandfather. I was scared. I cried. I saw him in my dream many times before growing out of it. I think maybe it's just my mindset. When you think about the person so much, that you start seeing them. You start seeing images of them. Maybe it's not even them. You start seeing in your dreams. But growing up now, I know that it was just my mind. Anyway, so my brothers came. Then I went back to the house. I never slept in that house again. Since that day I moved. I carried my bag. I was just carrying small things. I could not carry, so it was just my backpack. So I went back home with an empty backpack. Went back home, put some stuff, brought back to my uncle's place. That was how I moved all my stuff. Every evening, once it is 6 p.m., when I know it's getting dark, so walking will not be exhausting for me because of sun and everything. It was quite a distance. I have to walk there and also walk back, right? So 6 p.m. I'll go to our house, pick up, fill my bag, hold something in my hand. Then I'm walking back let's say by 9, 10, I'm already back home. I'm already back to my uncle's place. That was how my brothers did the same thing. Sometimes 3 of us would just go with our backpack, empty backpack, load. You carry. So my mom would be like, oh yeah, you carry this one, hold this one for another one. See, that was how we moved out from the house. no vehicle. We were moving. Sometimes we carry some kitchen things, put them inside bath, put it on my head, be trekking that distance. That was how we moved. We don't want to carry furniture. In fact, we didn't take no furniture. We sold everything. It was mattress we took, gas cooker, mattress, and my mom's boxes. That was when we took a taxi, and we had to borrow. My mom had to borrow that money from my uncle, the one who gave us his apartment. They had to borrow the money from my uncle to pay for taxi. How much was taxi that time? Maybe no, it was 5,000 naira that time, but it didn't even reach safe to take us to carry those to my uncle's house. So we actually stayed in my uncle's house. My mom, myself, and my brothers. We stayed in my uncle's house for a long time. We stayed there for a year. Should be like for a year or so. It was when my uncle wanted to get married. Yeah, because he needs his space too. When he wanted to get married, I think he gave my mom money to go and rent a place. So my mom rented a 3-bedroom flat. That was how we moved from my uncle's place after a year down to our own rented apartment, another rented apartment where we stayed for many years. We stayed there for no issues, no spiritual, whatever. See, I know that area, that house, a lot of people envied. They envied us living there initially. Like, no, he's a rich kid. Like, it's just like when you're passing through, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to it. Like, it's a rich kid. Did I even allow us to come out to me? Yeah. Not all that glitter is gold, though. Not all that glitters is gold. At all. Not all that. People are going, a lot of people are going through a lot. And if we had not moved small, and that was how I think we left we were the last people to move, because the other lady moved out. They were not even having money to move as well. I don't know how God just did it for them. Then they got money and they moved. And when they moved, everybody started doing so well. Everybody started doing so well. The essence of this story is like, because I see a lot of people who talk about stories like this, and most of them have no clue. Some of them are just saying, "Oh, my rent never expired, Jerry," or I can't move out. I don't have money to move out. See, I feel this life is more spiritual than what we think of. I don't know what it is they took from us, why they were doing all of those things. We have no idea what it is they took from us, why they were doing all of those things, right? Or what their intentions were. Because those are, I call them rituals. I don't know what those things were meant to do to us, to harm us, to take our destinies, to kill us, to do. I don't know. And apart from the adults, they were little children. We were kids. I was a kid. I was small. You understand? So as an adult, if I stay in a place, because I have experienced it now, if I stay in a place that doesn't sit well with me spiritually, even if I'm paying 2 million naira for rent, and I have only spent 2-3 months, I will ask for refund. Just deduct your 2-3 months from it and give me the remaining balance. Let me leave. And I will leave. You have to leave. Don't be and say, just 7 months remain now, or 2 months remain now. Run for your life before it's too late. Run for your life. See, you all got tithes. You all got tithes. There are some people in my life that they know how spiritual I am. I may not go to church every blessed Sunday. Go for house fellowship every Wednesday or Thursdays, or go for cell meetings, or go for some conventions in the church every Tuesday. See, I have slept in the house of God. I have worked in the house of God. I have joined the sanctuary department in the house of God. I have sang in the house of God. Gone for choir competition in the house of God. When you say you are close to a pastor or a bishop, I have been. Nobody forced me on. It's because of what my eyes have seen in these my little years. What I have seen my parents go through spiritually. This story I'm putting out about the house, I saw it with my eyes. I experienced it as a child growing up. There are so many things. There are so many goodness of God I have seen. The wonders of God I have seen, that sometimes when people just look at me, you judge me like you judge a book by its cover. They judge me by maybe the bare minimum they know about me. When I tell people, see, and when it comes to spirituality, leave them. The reason, I have my own personal reasons why I am no longer a worker in the church, why I'm not a chorister, why I am not, if I go to church, I just go clothes and I go back home. I don't want to do familiarity. I don't want anybody to know me in church. I have my reasons, which will be a story for another day. I have my reasons, okay? But when it comes to believing in God, trusting in God, knowing that God exists, knowing that there is a spiritual realm and then a physical realm, just leave it. I understand it all. At least to some extent, not like I'm an expert, but I understand it to some extent. Okay? So if you're staying somewhere and it's not sitting well with you spiritually, you leave. Apart from houses, apart from a house that you rent and it's not spiritually okay for you, there are also some individuals that are not okay for you. Like there are some people you'll be friends with, you'll befriend your beloved, and things will go so smooth for you. Then there are some people you befriend and things will go so bad for you. I pay attention. Sometimes in my life when things go so bad, I'm not like, if it was, what's going on? What are you doing? So I'll be thinking of the new things that I've been doing of recent. Is there any new person that entered into my life? Is there any new thing? Did I go anywhere new? Am I mingling with some new kind of set of people? Am I communicating with someone new? Did I go to a new place? Did I go to somewhere I'm not supposed to go to? Did I do something I'm not supposed to do? I begin to because I pay attention to my life. Sorry, I might not pay attention to other people's life, but you see my own life, I pay attention to it. Like 101% attention to everything that you do, your daily routine, you pay attention to it. Whose hands did you shake? Whose hands? Who did you hug? Like, not that I'm saying, oh, people are bad, people have bad omen, or people, no, just pay attention, because there is no harm in just being careful. You're not rude. That's almost like you don't, because I'm not giving you that audience, doesn't mean I'm rude. But if you feel like me protecting myself means I'm rude, well, then take it like that. Then you cleanse yourself, you rent an apartment, you cleanse it. Just with salt and water. Everybody knows that salt and water, you cleanse your apartment. It's nothing fetish about it. It's just must you cook with salt. Just salt and water. You go to the beach, that's salt water. You play by the beach, so that's salt water. So there's nothing wrong with it. You clean your house, your environment, you clean everywhere. The new place, you buy a new car. I don't know how you are. You don't know how you want it. Just take care of yourself spiritually. Take care of yourself spiritually. There are so many things happening. There are so many things that we cannot see. That particular house, I had terrible dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. See, most times if I dream and I see faces and then I wake up, I cannot remember, I feel so angry. I feel so mad. Sometimes there are words, long words written. I try to read it in my dream. I try to read and say, oh, I need to remember, so that when I wake up, I'll remember. I will even say it in my dream, or that I need to remember. Your business partner, or this kind, like, pay attention to people. And that's the reason why I said I pray about everything I do in life. We have plans for ourselves, but don't forget that God already mapped out a plan for us even before we were born. Before our existence, God already had a plan for us. Now we are now coming with our own plan. So you understand. So be prayerful, be a very prayerful person. Know God for yourself, not for another person. Know God for you, for yourself. Your household, even before you birth your children, you pray before they even come. I don't have any kids, but I always lay my hands on my tummy and I pray for my womb. Because, see, I have more stories to share. But let's stop here for this haunted house. See, that's the title. Yeah, the haunted house. I have another story of haunted house in that same Warri. I don't think there's any house I have lived in that Warri. Okay, apart from the one with Lisa rented here, it was okay. But I don't think there's another house apart from that one I lived in that Warri that was nice. No. I have another one that will be in another episode. So thank you. So please share the videos so people can learn from it. Share the videos, follow and subscribe on Facebook at A Day with Feb. We're on YouTube, A Day with Feb, and we're also on TikTok on said files on said UNSED _.